among other things that I need to save money for, I need to invest in a nice rocking chair. Probably cost a good few $100s though, and I don't even know if they can make them the way that they used to make them. Remember the gold rocking chairs? Daily Wisdom for Men Devotional. We're getting close to the end of the month for this one. We're on January 29th. 3 more to go. That is good. When I'm done with this one, I can go on to the next one, whatever that one will be. Might be a Tozer one. I'm thinking, because I have some more Tozer devotionals. Be careful what you look at. Isn't that the truth? It's like the old kid song, but it's not really a kid song. It's for us all. Be careful, little eyes, what you see. Be careful, little ears, what you hear. How about be careful, little mouth, what you say? Job 31:1 tells us, I made a covenant with my eyes not to look lustfully at a young woman. That's in the NIV version. That's quite a covenant. I certainly don't want to be lusting for women, especially if it wasn't a wife. That's, man, being a man, to make a covenant with yourself, not to do that. It's honorable, and it's not easy. I don't think I've ever made a covenant with myself like that. I have made a covenant with myself, a promise to God and to the devil. If you watched my videos before where I've talked about when I came back to the Lord, I promised God that I would do anything He said for me to do, say anything, go anywhere, whatever. And I told Satan I would destroy his kingdom every chance I got. And the promise to myself was that I would keep my first 2 promises, and thus far I have. So, well, you know what? It's a new year, 2025. Maybe it's time to do what Job did and make a covenant with my eyes that I will not lust. Well, let's see what it says in the King James. I'm curious. It says, I made a covenant with mine eyes. Why then should I think upon a maid? That's a whole lot different than the NIV. I have made a covenant agreement with my eyes. How then could I gaze lustfully at a virgin? It's a question. The NIV didn't have it as a question. Isn't that interesting? Let's go through this. Verse 2, King James, Job chapter 31. For what portion of God is there from above, and what inheritance of the Almighty from on high? Is not destruction to the wicked, and a strange punishment to the workers of iniquity? Doth not He see my ways and count all my steps? If I have walked with vanity, or if my foot hath hasted to deceit, let me be weighed in an even balance, that God may know mine integrity. So even Job spoke of integrity. It's so important. And to be a believer with integrity is a treasure. It's a jewel. Verse 7. If my step hath turned out of the way, and mine heart walked after mine eyes, and if any blot hath cleaved to mine hands, then let me sow, and let another eat. Yea, let my offspring be rooted out. If mine heart have been deceived by a woman, or if I have laid wait at my neighbor's door, then let my wife grind unto another, and let others bow down upon her. For this is an heinous crime, yea, it is an iniquity to be punished by the judges. Let's stop there. Interesting reading though. Man, I got to get back into the book of Job. It's been a long time since I read the whole thing straight through. A lot of good stuff in there. I declare 2025 will very much be a year of growth for me spiritually. I plan to grow more than ever. It's going to be hard because in 2013, when I came back to Jesus, I grew so much. So I don't know if I can grow that much, but I'll grow as much as I can in 2025. That's a declaration I'm making right now. Be careful what you look at. You probably know this already, but if you were to poll, P-O-L-L, not poll, but poll, those at your weekly men's Bible study about their top struggle in the Christian walk, it would probably have something to do with sexual lust. They'd likely tell you that their eyes go where they shouldn't, and then it's only a matter of moments before the mind follows. And that's when it becomes a sin, when you dwell on it in your imagination. You can sin in your imagination. Your imagination was given to you by God. We're supposed to imagine good things, not sinful things. It probably wouldn't come as news to you if someone were to tell you that it's not easy to avoid seeing lust-inducing images in today's world. Boy, that's the truth. We live in an R-rated world, and even movies and television shows containing a PG rating often, if not usually, include scenes that can cause the mind to wander to places God doesn't want it to go. Probably a good idea to avoid most things to watch. So how do we win this seemingly overwhelming battle? It's a matter of commitment, or as Job put it, making a covenant with your eyes not to look at images that cause you to stumble into lustful thinking. So far as it depends on your personal choices, make a covenant with your eyes not to intentionally view lustful inducing images. And when you make a commitment to focus on the right things, namely your love for your family and your God, you will find yourself winning the battle for your mind. I don't know how to say what I'm about to say, but it'll probably leave you thinking a lot of questions that I'm not going to answer. We've spoken, I don't know if you followed my stuff enough. Go to I think it's my Spiritual Warfare channel. Type in D.W. Pastor Barry, an introduction to alter personalities. An alter personality is a broken off piece of someone's mind from trauma that has created another personality. So when a person has been triggered, that original person is actually not responsible for their behavior because it was an alter personality. I know I'm opening up more rabbit trails for you to think about. But I have seen alter personalities in countless people, and I've seen them healed in Jesus' name. You can't cast them out. They're not demons. They can have demons, but they're personalities. I am willing to bet, I got to be careful how I word this, I won't say it as a fact, but I believe the October 1st, 2017 shooting in Las Vegas at that concert, I believe the man who did that, I believe he had an alter personality that did it. So when it was untriggered, that man had no idea what he had even done. How does this correlate with what we just studied? I'll say this. I have had a female celebrity's alter personality triggered and made a pass at me. That's happened before in the last 6 years in ministry. Of course, it wouldn't have mattered if it was an alter personality, a demon, or that person. I still wouldn't have done it because it would have been wrong anyway. But it's happened before. And it definitely was a temptation, but it wasn't a temptation that I fell for, not even close. And that actual alter personality had said that, men need to be tempted from time to time. At the time, maybe it seemed like a pretty good argument, but I am of the belief that you should probably avoid going to places where you could fall into wandering eyes or lustful thoughts. But it's difficult, as that book just said. All right, before I get myself into other directions, I'm going to let you guys go. God bless you. Hope you have been enjoying this series. It's almost done for the month of January. I'll see you in the next Daily Wisdom for Men devotional.